welcome back to our channel! Hi! So today we're going to discuss some of the events that happened in Japanese period. Tara, samahan nyo kami! Guys, did you know that between 1941 to 1945, our country was conquered by the country of Japan? Our Philippine literature in English was came into a halt.
February 1942. Japanese objective, Corregidor.
Laika, I still remember in the Japanese period, the newspaper in English was stopped by the Japanese people.
Yes, I agree with you because I believe that it has advantageous effect to Filipino literature. The writers in English during that time, English writer turns their writing into Filipino, like Juan Laya, who is an English writer, turned his writing into Filipino.
Yes, I agree with you. That are some scenes that happened in the Japanese period.
May 5th, 1942. The enemy lands on Corregidor.
Kuluiwai was placed under strict surveillance until it was managed by the Japanese named Ichiwara.
During the Japanese period, the Filipino literature was given a break.
During Japanese period, Filipino literature wrote poems, short stories, and plays.
River dividing North and South Manila. Remaining Jap strongholds in the southern part of the city.
Wait,
Wait. Let me pause this. I remember something that during the Japanese period, the drama experienced a lull because the movie houses showing American films were closed.
Really?
Yeah.
The Filipino drama during the Japanese period about the big movies of were just play of big shows.
Yeah.
Many of the plays of the reproduction of English plays to Tagalog.
That's why. A lot of events happened during the Japanese period about the drama. And I also read that the translators were Francisco Soc Rodrigo, Alberto Concho, and
Narciso Pimentel.
Yeah, and they founded the organization of the Filipino players named
Dramatic Philippines!
The field of short story widened during the Japanese occupation, and many wrote short stories. Among them were Brigido Batungbakal, Macario Pineda, Serafin Gunigundo, Liwayway Arceo, Narciso Ramos, and P.M. Gonzalez, Alicia Lopilim, Ligaya Perez, and Gloria Guzman.
Topic for today is about Filipino poetry during Japanese period. What do you think is the common theme of Filipino poetry during Japanese period? Anyone? Yes, Miss Lana.
So the common themes of poems during the Japanese occupation was nationalism, country, love, life in the barrios, faith, and religion and arts.
Correct. So before we start our discussion, what are your insights about haiku and tanaga? Anyone? Yes, Mr. Claus.
So my insight about the poetry in Japanese periods are haiku and tanaga. Haiku is Japanese poem that Japanese well-like. It has 17 syllables, which consists of 5-7-5 syllables. While tanaga is also a Japanese well-like poem which consists of 7 syllables each line, and it has also an allegorical meaning.
Tutubi, hila mo'y tabak, ang bulaklak ng ilig sa paglapit mo.
Kabibi, ano ka ba? May perlas, maganda ka. Ngunit pag tinitikit sa tenga, nabubuntong hininga.
So the other type of poetry is karaniwang ano. It is like those mentioned earlier in the beginning of the chapter of this book.
Because of the strict prohibitions of the Japanese in the writings and publishing of works in English, the Philippine literature in English experienced a dark period. The few who dared to write did so for their bread and butter or for the propaganda. Writings that came out during this period were journalistic in nature. The writers felt suppressed, but slowly, the spirit of nationalism started to sink into their minds. While some others chose to write, the majority waited for a better climate to publish their works.
Noteworthy writer of the period was Carlos P. Romulo, who won the Pulitzer Prize for his bestseller titled I Saw the Fall of the Philippines, I See the Philippine Rise, and Mother America and My Brother Americans. In this period, there are journalists include Salvador P. Lopez, Leon Maria Guerrero, Raul Manglapus, and Carlos Bulusan. Nick Joaquin produced The Woman Who Looked Like Lazarus. Freddy Ruiz Castro wrote a few poems. F.B. Cachano wrote essays in the Philippine Review. Carlos Bulusan's works included The Laughter of My Father in 1944, The Voice of Bataan in 1943, Six Filipino Poets in 1942, among others. Alfredo Litiatco published with Harper's Lee, and in 1943, Jose P. Laurel published Forces That Make a Nation Great.
Like the Molave is a poem by Rafael Zulueta de Costa, written in the style of a sonnet. The poem compares the resilience and strength of the Molave tree to the Filipino people and their character. The speaker describes the Molave as standing tall and unyielding despite the storms and hardships it faces. And similarly, the Filipino people are praised for their bravery and endurance in the face of adversity. The poem ends with a call to action, urging the Filipino people to rise up and be proud of their heritage, just like the Molave tree that symbolizes their strength and resilience. Rafael Zulueta de Costa, a Filipino poet and writer who was born in 1993. He was known for his poems that explored themes of love, loss, and Filipino identity. Zulueta de Costa's work often celebrated the beauty and strength of the Filipino people, as seen in his poem like the Molave. He was also a recipient of numerous literary awards, including the Philippine Commonwealth Literary Award and the Palangka Memorial Award. Zulueta de Costa's contributions to Philippine literature have made him a respected figure in the literary community.
How My Brother Leon Wrote Home a Wife is a short story by Filipino author Manuel E. Argelia. The story is about a young man named Baldo and his older brother Leon who returned to their rural hometown in the Philippines after being away for some time. Leon has brought home his new wife, which is Maria, and Baldo is excited to meet her. The story explores the dynamic relationship between the two brothers and their different perspectives in life, as well as the cultural and societal expectation placed upon Maria and Leon as a newly married couple.
Literature and Society is a book written by Salvador P. Lopez, a Filipino literary critic, writer, and statesman. The book, which was first published in 1940 in a Philippine Literary Criticism and Literary History. It is a collection of essays that explore between literature and society in the Philippines, with a particular focus on the role of literature in shaping and reflecting in the views, beliefs, and experience of a Filipinos. In the book, Lopez explained that literature is an integral part of the society and plays a crucial role in shaping the cultural identity of a people. He also stresses the importance of using literature as a tool for social critique and political commentary. Overall, the book is also considered as classic work that has greatly influenced the development of Philippine literature, criticism, and literary history. It continues to be widely spread and studied today.
His Native Soil by Juan Cabrera's Laya in the year 1941. This story recovers a once celebrated but now forgotten Filipino novel in English. Juan Cabrera's Laya's His Native Soil in the year 1941, which marked the emergence of realism during the Philippines Commonwealth slow, decade-long transition to independence from the United States. Whereas the novel was originally praised as a landmark text in Philippine literature in English. His native soil was later dismissed by post-war critics as an imitative, formally flawed, and a stylistically inferior work. Taking up Roberto Square's challenge to advance the reading practice that takes into account the difference between the literature and social structure in the colonial periphery, I argue that rather than viewing his native soil's improbabilities of plots and tonal dissonances as artistic flaws, they are more meaningfully read as the author's attempt to adapt the realist protocols of the Bildungsroman to capture the double-edged nature of independence. The adoption of a trade policy that would economically bind together the Philippines and the United States of America and that would render a political freedom, it's impossible for Filipinos unless relations of colonial dependency were to be continued after independence.